When I was just beginning my health journey, I thought that I was doing myself a favor and arriving more and more towards the truth the more studies I read, the more human nutrition science that I read, until I realized that all of it is filled with contradictions. And I couldn't figure out why that was. Why is it that the more I read, the more confused I am? Why is it that one study will suggest that cholesterol doesn't cause heart disease at all, but another one will purport to prove that cholesterol absolutely, in fact, causes heart disease? I have absolutely no idea what the hell is going on, I thought, because that was the absolute truth. I had absolutely no idea what was going on. I felt more and more conflicted. I was surrounded by more and more chaos the more that I looked into something, until I finally realized the fundamental flaw in all of this science, which is the fact that really, ironically, it's really not science at all. This is what we call soft science as opposed to hard science. Okay, what does that really mean in practice? Very simple. One of these sciences, soft sciences, provides far less signal than it does noise. In other words, it's noisy. The signals are noisy. In hard sciences like observational paleoanthropology, chemical anthropology, elements of your biochemistry, comparative anatomy, the inferences that you can draw from those fields have far stronger of a signal. That's really all it is. That's all the world is in the first place, but especially the science sphere. It's signal and noise. And your goal is to try and find the strongest signal possible. Because I don't know about you, but I am sick and tired of sifting through all of this. I've been sick and tired of sifting through all of this nonsense for a very long time. I've come to that conclusion. I've come to that realization, not merely a conclusion, the absolute realization of the fact that this is nothing but noise. And if you want to cut through that noise, boy, do I have something for you. There's frankly too much noise in the health space. There's a lot of opinions, there's a lot of claims, but there's not enough rigor. If you've ever found yourself wondering, where's the integrity? Where's the intellectual honesty? What does the evidence actually say? Then you and I are probably wired much the same way. For me, health isn't something I can afford to take an impetuous approach to. That's why I'm dedicated to the disciplined pursuit of truth. That means questioning assumptions, understanding mechanisms, and being willing to change my mind when the evidence demands it. I've been thinking about building a community around this very mindset. Not just for carnivore people, I know that not everyone is there yet, but for people who value veracity over popularity, who want to explore health through the lens of evolutionary biology, biochemistry, statistics, and critical thinking, without bias, ego, or dogma. The question is, are there enough of us to make this worth building? That's why I'm asking for a simple show of hands. There's a link below. It will take less than a minute to register your interest. There's no payment, there's no commitment at this stage, just a signal that this is something that you want to be a part of. And if there is enough interest, then I'll invite a small group to join as founding members. You'll help shape the direction, the standards, and the values of this community. And you'll also get the lowest price that it will ever offer, locked in for life, as long as you remain a member in good standing. All I'd ask in return is your honest feedback. Your integrity, because if we build this, I don't want it to just exist. I want it to stand for something. So if this speaks to you, you got to click the link below and raise your hand. Let's see if there are enough people to make this real.